Hey friends, so we're gonna do some meal prep today. I'm gonna show you what I am meal prepping this week, as long as what I'm meal prepping every single week for preconception. And I have about 30 minutes before I have to head out to an appointment. So we will start doing some of that and then I'll come back and finish it up. So yeah, just a little day in the kitchen with me. But to begin with, we need to unload the dishwasher, load these things that are on the sink into the dishwasher, and then I think what I'll do first is get the yogurt started because that'll be super simple. I'll show you how to do that in a minute, but let's work on these dishes first. Okay, that is done. We've got a clean kitchen. I cannot stand to have to cook in a dirty kitchen. It's a no for me. All right, so we've got about 15 minutes. I am gonna tell you what we are going to be prepping today. Today we are making raw milk yogurt. It's not technically raw, whatever. Milk using raw milk. Yogurt using raw milk. Golly. Okay. The raw milk yogurt, we're going to do shaved carrot slaw, prep some citrus juice, some fruit, sweet potatoes. I'm just going to chop those up and have a little like roasted sweet potatoes, make some almond butter, some tzatziki, and then this early herby salad for my lunches. So that's what we'll do. First thing we're gonna start with is our yogurt, and then I'm gonna head to my appointment and then I'll be back. So how I do my raw milk yogurt, I saw this method online. It was a vlog. I'll have to put it down below. Not a vlog. It was a blog, not a vlog. Essentially what you do is that you mix your milk with your starter, so that is just some yogurt. You mix the yogurt and the milk together and you pop it in the not the air fryer, the dehydrator. You pop it into the dehydrator for however long you want it to incubate. I like Greek yogurt. I want as many of those really good cultivated cultures as possible, so I do 24 hours at 110. You want to keep that temperature at 110. I love this method because it's so hands-off. Like, I'm not getting the milk hot, then cooling it down and adding the cultures and doing all of this. I'm not doing all of that back and forth. I used to do it with the Instapot method, which was easy, but it's not as hands-off as this one. The hardest part is digging the damn dehydrator out of my pantry. So let's do that real quick. All right, we got the dehydrator out. Let me grab the milk, and I need what? The milk, the yogurt, I get my milk from a local farmer that vends at our farmer's market that we go to. And you just order your milk the week before. He has it ready fresh for you. I love it because it is minimally processed A2 milk. Well, it's zero process, it's raw, so there's no processing, but absolutely love it. Full fat, all of that. I also love their Greek yogurt. Oftentimes I buy their Greek yogurt if I don't feel like making homemade, and sometimes I do both. Because like right now I have two things of these yogurt, because I was like, I know it's going to take at least it takes about 2 days to do this process, because you have to do the incubation, and then you don't have to do the second part, but I do because I like Greek yogurt. I don't like that runny consistency. Oh my God, not at all. I want my yogurt thick. So I then strain it after the 24 hours. I strain it, and that takes like 8-ish hours. I usually do it at night, let it happen over the morning, and then my Greek yogurt is done. So I buy it to be like, I don't want to be out without yogurt. And also I like to use it as the culture. So, very easy. I grabbed the largest, bowl. My words are like not coming fast to me today. But I grabbed the largest bowl that will fit in my dehydrator. I think this is too large. Let me see. Nope, that's perfect. Okay, so we grab the largest bowl, like I said. And we grab a whisk. I'm gonna be real with you. Kind of stopped measuring. But yeah, I'm just gonna eyeball it. I measure with my heart. It's supposed to be like, it's like 1 cup or 1 or 2 cups for a gallon or something like that. I don't remember. But because I incubate mine for so long, the culture tends to work regardless of the size. I will link the recipe my original recipe that I got it from in the caption. But let me bring you in a little closer so you can see this. So over top of the yogurt, I pour in my milk. Again, I just try and pour in as much. I'm trying to get as much volume out of this because of it taking quite a bit of time. So that's what? 2/3? A little over 2/3, maybe 3/4 of a gallon. And I used about a little under half of this quart of yogurt. And then all I'm gonna do is gently whisk the yogurt into the milk, trying to not get any big clumps. Or trying to release any big clumps that are in there. All right, I think that'll do it. Let me just put this last bit in here as well. Okay, and this is just gonna go in the dehydrator. So there she goes. I think this is already set to 110 for 24 hours. Close her up, hit start. All right, friends, I'm back. I'm about to actually have my little list here. So I'm about to work on the sweet potatoes. I only have these 2 purple sweet potatoes, so and they need to be eaten up. So I'm gonna roast these And then I'm going to make the tzatziki and the herb salad, mostly because I'm hungry now. So get those started so that I can have my lunch, and then we'll finish up the rest of the things. All right, next we've got prepping some strawberries. I have some strawberries here that look a little worse for the wear. So I think I'm gonna just take the tops off and put them in the freezer for smoothies. And then I have some fresh strawberries I'm gonna slice up so that I can have on top of my granola this week. So I'm about to make myself some matcha. Real quick, need a little matcha break. I love matcha. I love the taste. I love the lattes. I love the ritual of it. However, my stomach does not love it. So I'm going to attempt to make sorry, I was trying to measure that out. I'm going to attempt to make a very weak matcha. So it's not going to be super bright in color, but hopefully it's still good. This is some homemade raspberry syrup that I have here. I made us some Clover Club cocktails recently. And then I'm gonna fill this up with ice. Hold on. Filled with ice. Take some raw milk, so now this becomes a health food. I'm gonna pour it over an ice cube so that I can hopefully keep the delineation. Yay! Okay, I don't need a full matcha, so that'll be enough. And then for the actual matcha, I'm gonna whisk it in some milk here. I don't think I've ever done this cold. So we'll see. I've never done this cold, and I've never done this with milk. Eek. Eek. I'm gonna stop there before I end up with a stomach ache. I am no matcha professional whatsoever. We got this matcha set for our wedding as a wedding gift. And it's super cute. I don't use it as much because matcha hurts my tummy. But hopefully, this is like a pale green. So hopefully I won't have a bad reaction to that. And then let me see if I can get that gorgeous line. Let's do a cute green straw. Oh, this is yummy. This is very yummy and very sweet. I put too much syrup in there, but whoo-wee. It kind of tastes like dull matcha ice cream. I taste mostly the raspberry syrup. As a full power matcha, this would bang. Less syrup, but a full power, this would really go up, but I just can't do it. I'll report back if this still makes my stomach hurt. Okay, let's get back to cooking. Aha! Roasty toasty. We're about to peel some kiwis, but first, we got our cute little Japanese sweet potatoes roasted. I'm gonna eat these as part of breakfast to have a little cute carb. Perfect. I'll leave this open while it's hot. All right, so let's start lunch. We're going to make this herb salad, and then we're gonna make some tzatziki. I decided I'm not gonna prep the kiwis. I was thinking about like slicing them and stuff. I don't know how kiwis oxidize or how quickly kiwis oxidize. I'd assume they don't because I think that they have a lot of vitamin C. Child, I don't know. But either way, how I measure them is to have like 1 kiwi per day. So it'll be a little easier to measure if they aren't cut up. Maybe I'll do that at some point and try it. I don't think I'm gonna do it today. And then I can't make the almond butter because I like my almond butter really smooth and almost liquidy, like, you know, drizzle. And I don't have any coconut oil. So we're gonna do the tzatziki, the herb salad, and the citrus. You know what? Actually, we're gonna do the tzatziki and the herb salad. I'm gonna have lunch and I'm gonna call that for today. And then tomorrow morning, we'll do the carrot slaw and the citrus juice, and that'll round out our prep for the week. Let's do it like that. So, herb salad first, let that get to marinate in some juices, and then we'll do the tzatziki. I am going to blanch some asparagus to go in there. So the salad is gonna have, it's like a spring herb salad. This is gonna have radishes, asparagus, and cucumber, some chickpeas, and then a bunch of herbs. I saw this online. I'm riffing on what I saw, so we'll see. I'm just gonna kind of make this up as I go along. Here's what I think I need. I realized that we had some herbs already chopped up from dinner the other night. So we're gonna use that. So all I'm gonna do is rip up some basil. These damn stickers. I'm gonna rip up some basil, and then there's some mint somewhere. If not, I have a little bit of mint, some fresh mint in the garden. This sticker does not want to come off. Just cut that little bit of residue off. Okay. Start with that and do a couple radishes. Have some big boys. Actually, I'm gonna use some of the smaller ones because I might this weekend roast some radishes up or confit some radishes. So I'll have the bigger ones for that. Do some olives, some Castelvetrano olives. These are my favorite olives. Just such a clean flavor. Fatty, briny, everything you want out of one. Now this salad is meant to last about 2 days. Okay, so this is some chopped up parsley. I like a good amount of parsley. And then here is some fresh basil. Got this basil from the farmer's market. It's the first time they've had it at the farmer's market. So that's exciting. So we got our basil, we're waiting on our asparagus, we have our cucumbers, and I think the last thing is the asparagus, the asparagus, the chickpeas is the last two things we need. Oh, and the mint. I love when previous me has great ideas that later me forgets about, but then I find out about them again. But I have mint and dill. Ooh, if there's one thing about me, I love an herbaceous good old time. So we've got some dill here. Rinse that, give it a quick rinse and a quick chop. Run my neck through it a couple more times. Everything's going flying. All right, and then we've got some beautiful mint. All right, let's get these chickpeas in there. I'm about to do about half of what I have here. And then the rest of these, I actually think I'm gonna put them on a baking sheet and crisp them up. And I can have them over top of salads or whatever. We'll do that. I'm gonna season these with some garam masala, onion powder, garlic powder, and some red pepper flakes. Spread those out. My hands a quick wash. And we'll put this in the oven. Get our asparagus going. And actually, before I put this in the oven, I need to grab something for my lunch. Every week, I try to get some liver in. Try to work liver into my diet any way, shape, or form. Often that looks like some like ground, I make these like ground chicken breakfast patties, like these just little breakfast sausages. But I'll use Force of Nature's ancestral blend chicken to do that. Or if I have something with ground beef, I will use the ancestral blend ground beef, which has the liver and some other organs in there. I love these Force of Nature 100% grass-fed ancestral beef meatballs. So it's the same beef that they have frozen in their, like, you know, just ground beef, but made into meatballs. And it's just, the ingredients are so freaking simple. Beef, water, beef liver, beef heart, organic brown rice flour, sea salt, organic garlic powder, organic onion powder, organic black pepper, organic dried parsley, and organic dried oregano. That is it. 4 meatballs is 18 grams of protein, and I am about to heat these up next to my chickpeas because this is what I'm going to eat with my little herby salad. I feel like preconception is just about being mindful, you know, like mindful of what you're putting in your body, what you need to be able to fortify your body for pregnancy. I feel like it's just like more a state of mind and being clear about what's necessary. So I'm gonna do 4 of these. I'm gonna heat up 8. Because I'll cook 4 for today and 4 for tomorrow. And I'll just pop them in the microwave tomorrow. And so these will bake for 12 to 14 minutes. These will probably be done before my chickpeas are really crispy. See, I am a beverage girly in theory. Like, I love a cute little bev, love to have one next to me, but do I finish drinking them? Almost never. The answer is no. The thing I drink the most is water. And actually, I'm about to divide this so I can have some tomorrow because this is sweet, sweet. I overdid it on that syrup. All right, cut these really tough ends off. All of that will go into the compost. Shout out to our compost service. It's one of the best things we have invested in every single month is having a compost service, so we just reduce our food waste. And then we get free compost back. I'm going to take a couple of these out for dinner for myself tonight. And then the rest of these, actually, take a couple more out. Blanch these real quick. gonna be in there just a moment. Soften up, brighten up. Take these, and cut them slightly smaller pieces. All right, and then for this salad, I need to make a dressing. I think I'm gonna do like a red wine vinaigrette kind of moment. If I had some champagne vinegar, I would use that and do like a champagne vinaigrette, but I do not. So we'll do red wine. It's a little red wine. I'm gonna do a little onion powder. Garlic powder. Italian seasoning. Good couple pinches of salt. A little Dijon. Just a little bit. I'm gonna see if this needs honey, but I'm gonna whisk this up first. I don't really want it sweet per se, but sometimes the honey just helps to balance. Let's see. Yeah, I could use some honey. You know what I thought would just be good in this salad is a few pepitas. Only got a few left, so I'm gonna just throw all of these in here. I love the like crunch. So between the asparagus and that, it's gonna be good. Well, local honey is just unreal. Let's see if that's enough. That's perfect. Gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Just looks like a bowl of spring. I love that I added the radishes in there because it just adds a little bit of color. I'll take a little bit of a taste test. That's good. All right, done. Tzatziki time. Let's get these meatballs. See what they talking about. They look good. Okay, back to the tzatziki. If you have not gotten the gist now, meal prep is absolutely done. Measured by the heart. Wasn't thinking earlier when I was doing that, chopping up that dill, that I could have chopped up some for the tzatziki as well. That would have been a good use of time. Excuse me, baby. I'm sorry, you can't sit right here. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Thanks, babes. Where you were sitting was so good. You were so close. Come back. The way my dog is like, no, you told me to move. You actually told me to get out of your life. Heaping thing of dill. What else? Salt. Squeeze a lemon. Okay, real good. Squeeze a lemon. A little bit of that pulp in there too. Ooh, that was way more salt than I had intended. We'll see how it does. A little olive oil. Aha, cucumber. How did I almost forget the main piece of tzatziki? Squeeze it out. Quite a lot of juice. Even though I probably could have used some of that juice. I try and keep lemon wedges prepped in the fridge in a container so that I cannot knock over my stuff. Good Lord. So that I can put them in, my water. One of the things my functional medicine doctor has me doing is adding this water, this salt water mixture called slog. And essentially what it does is that you put a thick layer of high mineral sea salt, like Redmond's real salt, something to that nature, and you let the water soak up all those minerals and salt for 24 hours, and then afterwards you add about a tablespoon, maybe a little bit less, to about 40 ounces of water. So every single time you fill up your water bottle, you add a little bit of that in. You also squeeze some lemon so you get that potassium. And that helps. It works like an electrolyte, which has been helpful. I have not been I haven't drank as much water now that I've been using that. I feel like my body hasn't been needing as much water as I used to drink. I used to drink I would drink like, my water bottle is 40 ounces, so I would drink like 3 of those. Great, but if you don't have the minerals as well, you're not really getting hydrated. So this method has been useful for me. I'm gonna plate up my food and take a break to eat. I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna finish meal prep afterwards. So see you in a bit. All right, I'm back. Let's get this carrot salad done. Ooh, that one look like it's been gnawed at. Go ahead and shave these carrots. I'm just peeling them now, and then I will do the actual ribboning afterwards. Also, if there's an easier way to ribbon these, like faster, please let me know. Because I'm tired. I'm tired of doing this. I always procrastinate on it, or lately I've been procrastinating on it, which means that I haven't been eating my carrots first thing of the day. And I do not enjoy just biting into a carrot and eating it. So I'm really trying to figure out some ways to make sure that I'm eating it first thing in the day, getting the whole carrot. Because I mean, I could juice it, but then you're not getting the fiber and all the rest. And I don't know if that does the same thing. So if you have some ideas on how to get some raw carrot in my body every single day, first thing in the morning, let me know. Because I'm in desperate need of a switch up. All right, I'm gonna keep doing this, but I'm gonna turn on a podcast so I can get through this a little quicker. All right, I have done that task. Finished that task. Let me show you. Boom, big ass thing of carrots. Let's get them dressed, packaged up, and in the fridge. Simple. Sesame oil. I like quite a bit of this. Almost out of it because of how much I've been using it. Rice vinegar. And then honey. I guess I just had this thought, I could put some ginger in here. Some grated ginger would be nice. Give it a little spice. And give this a toss. I'm gonna do this over the sink so I don't make a mess. All right, let's see. That's pretty good. I'm gonna add a little bit more rice vinegar. And I'm also gonna throw some black sesame seeds on this. My intention was to make a black sesame Greek yogurt for meal prep this week. But this meal prep took a minute. So we'll put some black sesames over our carrot salad here. Maybe later in the week if I get the desired energy, I'll do the Greek yogurt. Plus my Greek yogurt should be done by then, so. All right, I'm just gonna put some foil over this and we're gonna call that blessed. It looks really cute with the, so cutesy. All right, the last order of business is to juice some citrus. The reason is, okay, so I'm supposed to be drinking adrenal cocktails every single day. Sometimes twice a day if I feel like it. I have forgotten to. Like all last week, I just get to the end of the day and been like, oh damn, I didn't have my adrenal cocktail. So the citrus that I juiced, it still tastes very fresh. This is just some grapefruit juice. I have some tangerines and a white grapefruit here that I was gonna juice up for this week. But let me see. Okay, yeah. This is what I thought. I mean, it's not bad. It still tastes very good. It tastes very fresh being in this kind of bottle. But the nutrient content, after you juice something, it takes like, you really need to be drinking it up within 2 to 3 days, 4 days at the most. So What I'm gonna do is I'm actually not gonna juice this grapefruit. I might just have it as a snack or with breakfast one day. And I'm just gonna juice up these 3 tangerines because it won't be that much juice, and that should be able to get me through a couple of days. Roll these out. Ooh, nice and juicy. These adrenal cocktails are gonna be so good. Even less than I thought. I think I might be lucky to get 2 adrenal cocktails out of this, because you need 4 ounces per. Just a little bit. But let's see. Yeah, that's about 4 ounces. So this is 1 adrenal cocktail. Okay, friends, I think say that would be a successful day. So this is all we have got prepped for today. This does not include the yogurt that is still curing, but we've got cut lemons for my electrolyte drinks, some Japanese sweet potatoes roasted for breakfast, this herby salad that I had some of today, along with the other half of these meatballs for lunch. My God, was that so good. Then we had the carrot salad for every day, some prepped strawberries for parfaits, some tzatziki for this dish, some crispy chickpeas, a little fiber boost for breakfast salads or to just throw on. I could even put some crispy chickpeas in here and that would be really good, add a little extra crunch. And then my 1 serving of tangerine juice for my adrenal cocktails. All in all, I'd say that was a super, super successful meal prep. So if you've enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. And come hang out with us for more preconception, homemaking, food, meal prep type content. So like, comment, subscribe here. Follow me on Instagram at Tisa Living, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, friends.